Okay guys, I'm a little bit behind schedule, but I literally just walked in my house, so I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible. First and foremost, I am not a doctor. Please seek the help of your medical professional for any issues that you may have before you try anything. Okay, now that that is out of the way, there are many different causes of alopecia, but my products can treat most forms. Now, alopecia, where you are losing hair in more than one area, if you're just losing hair on your head, 9 times out of 10, for most cases, my products can treat those. But if you're losing hair in other places like your eyebrows, your eyelashes, body hair, then that's a system-wide issue, and more than likely it's an autoimmune issue. So a topical product will not treat that. Now, I will say most people who have been told that they have that type of alopecia on their heads that is irreversible are finding that these products actually can treat that. I've had several people who have had this type of alopecia in their heads for years, and my products are reversing them in the same amount of time that it would do for a person that's newly losing their hair. And I would like to also say, if you're just beginning to lose your hair, you want to catch it as early as possible, because what happens with alopecia or thinning is usually it'll start, let's just go with center balding, crown balding. It'll start in the center, and it may start like a little dot. Let me do a little demonstration. It'll start like a little dot. So let's put a little dot on this paper as soon as I find a pen that works. Okay. So many people may notice a small spot in the center of their head, like this, that starts. And then they're like, oh, you know, there's a spot there. I'm starting to lose hair. But what happens is, over time, that area gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And eventually you'll have a bigger spot. What happens is, this is where your hair, your follicles are starting to die. And then they die from the inside outward. Okay? So these follicles out here on the outer rings may still have follicles that are kind of active but not really active. So what happens is, when you start using the elixir, the hair will start filling in from the outside in. So that's usually what happens with crown balding. Now, if your hair is thinning, like sporadically, kind of all over the place, that could be caused by clogged follicles. Alopecia usually starts like this. So my products are designed to actually heal those issues, whatever is going on, whatever caused this center dot to start. So it kind of goes into your skin, and it starts to heal and reverse whatever's going on with the follicles, and then the hair will start growing, like I said, from the outside of that center ring inside towards the middle. So the longer you're using the oil, okay, let's say 2 weeks in, this area starts to fill in. 4 weeks in, you're getting a little closer. You understand what I'm saying? And then it closes in. So this center, being that it was the area where the balding started, it's been inactive for so long, it's going to take a little longer to fill that in. And some people may find, even after the 8 to 10 weeks, they may still have that center area. You want to keep treating that area until you actually can get that reactivated, because what'll happen is, if you don't get all of the situation eradicated, if that center area is still there and has not completely filled in, guess what's going to happen? It's going to start back spreading. So you actually want to try to eradicate whatever it is that's going on up there in the skin. And like I said, most people are finding that it is actually a skin issue, despite what the doctors are telling you. But like I said, I'm not a doctor. But a lot of people who have been told that it can't be fixed are having their issues fixed. Does he make hair grow fast for edges? Sorry, your oil, I got the name. Okay, thanks guys. I'm glad you guys are all ordering. But if anybody has any questions pertaining to the alopecia, and the issues that may cause hair loss or thinning, feel free to ask. Does he make hair grow fast for you? Yes, my products work for edges. It works for alopecia. It works for any type of thinning and balding, and that would be the elixir and oil together that actually works on repairing whatever's causing the hair loss. The healing oil is what I use to grow my hair this long. The elixir and oil together is what I formulated for thinning and balding, which would be edges, which would be crown balding, or any of that. So, does that make sense, guys? That's pretty much all I had to say. Like, you want to just keep using the products until you've actually resolved whatever issue is going on in your scalp. I have a whole website. The website is www.naturallydivineproducts.net. You can find all the information about the products and about the pricing on the website. Yes, it's safe for kids. All of my products are 100% natural and safe for kids of all ages. People use them on their kids. The children, infants and toddlers lay on their backs and the sides of the head and waddle a lot. In South Carolina, in my hometown, Florence, we call that a rat pad, where the kids, their hair kind of eats out around the perimeter from them laying down. I had a customer use the elixir and oil to regrow her son's hair. It took less than a month. You only need the elixir if you have problem areas. If you have thinning and balding, you will need the elixir and healing oil together. If you only want overall growth and your hair is growing fine everywhere, you don't have any thinning or any balding, all you need is the healing oil for expedited growth. If you have thinning and balding, you will need the elixir and healing oil together to get rid of the thinning and balding and fill those areas in. Katrina, no ma'am. Your hair will not stop growing or fall out if you stop using the products. People with alopecia and thinning, they are advised to continue to use the products until they have resolved whatever issue is causing their hair loss. Once you get 100% hair regrowth, it's safe to assume that your hair, you have healed the issue within your scalp. So it is okay to stop the elixir, but I just advise everyone to keep using the oil. You may not have to use it all the time. I mean, it's just a great overall hair moisturizer, scalp moisturizer. I think people should put something on their scalp all the time. Before I made this oil, I would use grease. I realized that grease actually causes scalp suffocation. So you want to use something on your scalp all the time, whether it be coconut oil or jojoba oil. You always want to use something on your scalp. If you can no longer afford to purchase my oil and use it, just make sure you're putting something on your scalp to moisturize your scalp. Just like you would put lotion on your skin. Like, you always want, like, I never go a day without moisturizing my whole body. I moisturize everywhere. And that's a big issue with a lot of people who have hard, scaly feet, who have hard, scaly skin on their bodies. It's because you're not moisturizing. You have to get out of the shower or bath, and you need to moisturize. You need to moisturize your skin. Like, your skin is your largest organ in your body. That's it's an organ. Like, it's sucking up everything. That's why I went chemical free myself. When I turned 30, like I started having a whole lot of skin issues. So I started paying attention to what I was putting on my skin. Like, this is an organ. It's taking everything in that you put on it. So yes. But yeah, like I said, your hair won't fall out if you stop using it, but it's just a great thing to put on your scalp. Can wearing a weave all the time? Yes, let me tell you about installs. You want to make sure your install is installed in such a way that it is not causing damage. Any type of install you get, crochets, sew-ins, wigs, all of those things can cause traction alopecia from rubbing, from being too tight. I know a lot of people have gotten crown balding from wearing tight ponytails or tight braids, or they get the perimeter damage from the tight braids. You never want anything causing too much stress on your hair. The hair works better together. So tiny braids or tiny cornrows or things that are really tight are detrimental to your hair. It causes breakage. A quick weave. It depends on how the quick weave is installed. If the quick weave is glued to your actual hair, no, you do not want to do that. You want to get somebody who's going to know how to actually give you a style that also protects your hair. What about bald spots and edges? Who is this? Jamie Morgan. I said earlier, it doesn't matter how long your hair has been gone. I've had people who've used the products, the elixir and oil together, and have reversed their alopecia that they've had for 25 years. And the dermatologist did biopsies on them and told them that there was nothing that could be done. And these products have reversed their alopecia. Katrina Dobson, alopecia is a health condition. Certain types of alopecia are immune related. Those my products cannot fix. If you have follicles, that's why I suggest people, if you're not sure, send me a picture to the page. Make sure the lighting is good. Make sure the picture is close up where I can actually see if you have follicles. If you have follicles, these products can regrow your hair. There are some people who I've told, hey, I really don't see any follicles in these pictures, but if you want to try it, try it. And they have, and guess what? They had follicles. It regrew. So people are being given the wrong information by doctors. It's not always what they say it is sometimes. You know how they say it's always best to get a second opinion. So if you went to a dermatologist and they said, hey, no, there's nothing we can do. If you just are just dead set on getting your information from a doctor, then go to another doctor, Never go with the first diagnosis. Box braids. Box braids are great if they are installed correctly. Whenever I do box braids in my hair, my box braids are about an inch. Like the parting is about an inch worth of hair, because like I said, I always think hair, if you think about it, hairstyling is a matter of metrics. I probably should have become a cosmetologist, but I let that go when I was younger. But if you think about strands of hair, if you took three of your little strands and you put 20 strands of weave on top of it, how much stress do you think you're causing on those 3 strands of hair? They're going to pop off. It's about balance. It's about weight, and it's about metrics. So however much weave, I wish I had some weave. If I take some weave like this, you want to have hair inside of this that's going to be enough to hold this You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you braid this onto some hair, you don't want to braid it onto 3 little scrawny pieces. The weight of the weave is going to break that off. You want to have an adequate amount of hair to an adequate amount of weave. Preferably more hair than weave. So you want to make your parts big. These t-shirts are not for sale. These are my these are my work shirts. But I don't know. I may, once you guys' hair start, because this is what it says on the back. Once you guys' hair starts growing, you know, and you're comfortable enough to wear one, yeah, I might actually release these for sale later. Okay. A stocking cap. Yeah. Okay, so when you had the stocking cap on, Nymphuyo, did it cause damage after you took the quick weave off? Now, if it caused damage after you took the quick weave off, then, you know, that's not good. Okay, well, can you send me some pictures to the inbox and I'll let you know what I think? And we can go from there. Any other questions? Jamie, you can send me pictures to the inbox as well. I can let you know what I think. Okay, so we don't have any other questions. Okay, guys, that's it for me. Just send me a picture. Just send me a picture to the inbox. 456 West Palmetto Street is the best place to pick up from. I just left there. She has 3 bottles left. I will be restocking her tomorrow. 456 West Palmetto Street, across from Venus Pancake. All right, guys. Y'all can continue to comment on this video. I'll answer in the comment sections. I got to eat. I'm starving. Thanks, guys. Bye.